Le Monsieur.
I would say I'm a student of the game. I know what's going on at all time, and I use that at my advantage.
Dressed up as a female with a wig on. Had to do the whole Maracaibo choreography. Everybody's beatable. People think some people is unstoppable. No. Flag football, you can actually play with everybody.
Who's the best team in Europe?
Whoa.
Name.
Jordan,
TAMSIR,
Age.
29.
28.
Greet each other.
Bella, bravo.
Okay. What's your number?
5 is gonna be.
Okay.
Nice question. I guess, I don't know. We will see.
Well-
Right now I'm in 14.
Alright. Why is it gonna be 5? And which number do you want? I guess you know I have to be 15.
I got 24 right now just because I'm leaving soon
Okay.
for Ryan Fire. Everybody knows by now, and I'm gonna have 5 when I get there.
Yeah. Is there a reason behind 5 though?
Not really. No,
Okay.
I like the number. That's it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I asked for number 11, but we have to see if it actually is available.
Okay.
So that's what I'm waiting to see. But as of right now, I don't know which number I am.
That's fair. That's fair. Alright. Where are you from?
Rome, Italy,
Torino, Italy,
Okay. And what's your position?
wide receiver.
wide receiver.
Alright. Describe yourself in one word.
Competitive.
Determinated,
Nice. Describe the other guy in one word.
fast.
Fair.
Le Monsieur.
Do you remember your first touchdown? If so, walk us through it.
Yeah, I have this memory at Gladiatori Roma when I started in 2015. Chief 9. So 9-man football and
Third division. So.
yeah, third division Italian football, and I'm just basically like running this wheel and this ball is coming and I just catch it and like outrun everybody, and I didn't know what I was doing, but I just ran fast.
I mean, he did say fast.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
How about you, Tom?
It's funny because I actually had the same touchdown as he did.
Oh wow.
On a wheel route, it was back in 2010,
Yeah.
and I was playing the youth with the Blacks in Rivoli
Yeah.
against the Scorpions, Varese, and they threw me a wheel route, and I caught it and I scored. And I didn't know what I was doing either, but I said everybody was happy, so I guess that's what I need to do.
Yeah.
Which position would you play if you had to pick a new one?
Free safety.
Ooh, why is that? You sound excited about hitting people.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, that's all I did in college. I did special teams all the time, so I'm pretty decent at tackling. I love, playing defense. It's just I started too late, so I couldn't really master 2 positions.
Gotcha.
Not saying that I master receiver, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's right.
I would, yeah.
What about you, Tom?
I would play corner just because I know so much about receiver. I think I could, be a good cornerback.
If you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, which meal would you choose?
Wow, lasagna maybe.
Lasagna, fair. That's good.
Now I wanted to say the same thing, and everybody gonna think that I'm just going to
Need to be quicker on the answer.
Gosh, okay. I guess gelato.
Gelato is good, yeah.
Gelato's good, man.
What is the feeling when you represent Italy in international competition? Is that a different feelings compared to club level?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like there's much more sense of camaraderie, on what are you doing, because at the end of the day, club, it depends, right? So if you're spending more time like me in Vienna, for example, after years, the third year, you're just starting to get closer to that type of feeling, but if you only play one season or something, it's just more of just production, focus on fitting the system or whatever, but it's still, good feeling, but not as deeply, I would say, meaningful.
Yeah. Is it special for you too, Tom?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, as he said, it's true. To play for a club, it's not like you don't get attached to the culture and everything that it brings, but there is a side more of a side of a business as well. While in playing for the national team, that's you being chosen to represent your country. And so I don't think there is a bigger honor than that.
Favorite NFL team and why?
Seahawks, because that's where my dad lived for a long time. He was in Seattle for 14 years, so I started, sympathize for them, and I actually decided to start playing football after watching the Super Bowl of Seahawks against Patriots. So,
Wow.
yeah.
For me, the Saints, because I started in 2010, and the Saints were Super Bowl champions,
Of
and
course.
so I picked them. It was easier.
Yes, of course. Do you have a favorite Serie A team, and why?
Oh yeah, AS Roma.
I said
La Roma.
Yeah, well, we know why that is.
For me, it's Torino FC.
Of course.
Yeah.
So both the cities where you're from. If your kids one day want to play football, what advice would you give them?
I mean, I guess just go hard
Yeah.
from the get-go. Yeah, so you get used to the physicality. If your kid just want to enjoy, then I would just say, just go out there and have fun. But if you're trying to take it seriously and really become a professional, get used to the contact, get used to like dealing with pain, dealing with obstacles like from the get-go, so that you don't get babied. And then when you're alone in your professional environment, you feel like you don't have the support. Be your own support as the first thing first.
Then
Yeah.
you fall behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say to never hesitate, whenever he's playing or whatever she's playing, I don't know.
Of course, yeah.
But whenever, never hesitate on a decision, because whatever you think is good in that moment, that's what you need to do. And, being tough mentally, that's definitely the hardest part about playing this game, because one thing is to be, good physically, but once you're starting to get beat up and maybe things are not going your way, that's whenever players that are good needs to shine. So, and especially if you stop having fun with it, there is no sense to play that anymore.
Tell us a funny experience in your career from the locker rooms.
Baptizing, maybe flag football baptized, when I did dressed up as a female with a wig on. I had to do the old Maracaibo choreography.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you, Tim?
Yeah, there is a lot of things that I shouldn't say, but
I'll leave it at that. Yeah.
no, I mean a fun experience. I would say, I had plenty of rookie nights that have been very fun. It's just being with your teammates, and I would say one of the funniest one I had was probably in the States. When I was playing college ball, because we used to literally get on a stage and make fun of the coaches and the players. And I mean,
roast.
yes, exactly, like a roasting thing. And we also actually did it in the national team.
Oh wow!
And that was fun.
With Italy.
Yes, with Team
wow.
Italy, and he was there too. We had a couple of sketches. That was very fun.
How did you start playing football?
One day it was a random day of summer, and I was at a cookout with some friends, and one of these friends brought a football, and I was like, what is this thing,
Yeah.
And he introduced me to it a little bit. He just started a couple of months before, and so I was really gassed up about it, and I said, gosh, man, I really need to get into this thing, since it was a while for me not playing sports in middle school. I wanted to start something new, and so I said, let's give it a try.
It's crazy that there's talents like you that just don't know about the game and like find out about it.
I didn't know
Now
nothing
they're
about
playing national team and PLF level. It's crazy. Yeah. What about you, Jordan?
I played basketball basically my whole life, from like 5 or 6 to 20. And then, after U19, you finish the youth programs, you got to go into the professional environment, whatever. So I had a couple offers outside of Rome, something that I really didn't like too much. So I decided to stay in Rome, play Serie C for a year, get a little bit of highlights. And my plan was just to get signed to a Serie B team the year after. But the Serie C experience didn't really go the way I wanted to go. I wasn't really happy with the production of the team. The environment was kind of not what I was accustomed to. And I decided to quit the team. So basically my player card was locked for like 3 months. I couldn't work out with nobody else, and it cost too much to buy it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just practice on my own, stay in shape. But I got tired of that after like not much. And so I was like, let's up on a new sport, something just to stay in shape. It didn't start as a professional route by any means. But then I got in contact with this friend of mine that also was playing basketball and switched to football, and he was training 10 minutes from my house.
Oh.
So he was like, man, you gotta come over, you know, try it out. And I still remember, man, like first practice, I guess the gear was from the 90s. He had to be like rusty, linebacker, shoulder huge, no chin strap. One thing was so he was just moving all over the place. But I had so much fun. And I came back the next Thursday, then I came back the next Tuesday, next Thursday, and then they had the game. So I was like, okay, might as well play the game. They actually played me. And yeah.
You get Jordan Bouah out of nowhere. You gotta play. You know?
I had no knowledge at all. So I was close to the sideline so the coach could tell me what to do. Yeah. But I loved it. I loved it. I kept playing the entire season, and then I came back for a second season, and that's I never looked back.
Nice. What's your best memory from playing football?
I got two. So one is for sure the national team, European Championship.
Of course.
That was amazing. And the second one is the Vienna European title.
I would say I got a couple as well. Definitely the national championship was some amazing. But personally, I would also say my first game with the Siemens Milano in the ELF, that felt to me like for the first time I was, you know, realizing my dream of playing a professional sport.
That's nice.
Which it was more of an environment thing, you know. I remember looking around and saying, wow, like this is nice. This is nice. And I was having a good game too, so that was feeling even better.
Nice. What about the worst? If you have one, like tough times.
I mean, definitely the last year injury, because you know everybody knew I was leading the league. I started the season the way I wanted to. Everything was clicking, and then boom, just on a touchdown on a very avoidable injury also, because I didn't know he was gonna dive on me. I thought he was gonna just push me out of bounds, and then broke the collarbone. That's it.
Yeah, I feel that. It was, for me, 2023, my sixth game of the season, ELF against the Surge. I catch a quick pass, first play of the game, arrow pass, and come in, make one man miss, and then linebacker comes from inside and just crushes my 5 ribs from the right side, and that took me out for a little bit, but I was back after 89 days. But that was a tough time.
Who's one coach or person that you want to thank for to have helped you make it this far in football?
I mean, I got different people that I really would love to thank for my journey. I would start from the first, which is the whole Mingoli family, from the Gladiatori, also my first coach, Valerio Buzzarini, which they welcomed me really so well that I was able to really say bye to basketball, because for me was not an easy decision by any means, you know. So that big thank you to them. And then I would say in Vienna, Danny Mitchell and Coach Kostler, love them for sure.
All right, I will tell.
Yeah, I have a couple of people as well. Well, first of all, I couldn't but really thank all the coaches that brought me to be what I am right now. Starting from Ricardo Merola, which for me was the first true coach that taught me like how to play the game at a little bit of a next level, and I really felt that believed in what I was doing, which I'm still in contact and I work with him to this day. And then of course I would have to say thanks to all the coaches also in the States, which over there is where I really learned how to play. But then I was able to come to Europe and play for great coaches like Coach Tomlin for New York Lions, which I believe was one of the greatest football minds that I ever played for. And also I would say Coach John Harper from the Jaguari Torino in 2021, and I'm still in contact with him. He's crazy about football and helped me a lot during the way.
All right, what's your most dominant skill on the football field?
Mindset.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
I would say I'm a student of the game. I know what's going on at all time, and I use that at my advantage.
If you could what skill would you like to take from the other player?
Like me from him.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Oh, his build.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. His explosiveness, I would say. Yeah.
Probably experience in the game from him. Yeah, more. Cause you played longer than me.
Yeah, since I was 14.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
played at 20. So
Started
yeah.
20.
You started late, bro.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
Both of you played abroad. Describe in 3 words, only 3 words, how it feels to be an import player.
I would say thankful.
Yep.
Prideful.
Yep.
And determined.
Nice.
Oh, well, challenging for sure. Fun.
Mm-hmm.
And what else?
Competitive, I would say, for you.
Yeah,
Challenging.
Yeah, I guess.
There's so many things we could say, honestly.
Yeah, it's too many. Yeah.
What is something that is needed or missing in Europe to grow the sport further?
I would say overall knowledge of the game, like overall knowledge of the sport. A lot of people don't even know that American football has a professional league in Europe at this high level, which is crazy because we got some athletes in Europe that are making it to the NFL. I mean, you got athletes that are really, impressive, and but everybody's just focused about soccer, which, I mean, there is nothing wrong with it, but the system should start, using different strategies probably to promote this sport a little bit better. And in some countries it's easier than in others. Like in Germany, football has a way much more appeal than in Italy, for example. And that's also a cultural problem, I would say. I wouldn't call it problem, but like,
No, yeah.
you know what I mean.
Germany is a lot more open to
Yeah.
different sports and
Yes.
stuff.
I would say, obviously, I agree with everything he said. Also the money, obviously, because by coming with better marketing strategies, having more people at the stadium, whatever, it's gonna bring in more money, and it would allow people that's actually, because today the main struggle is the product, and the product comes with the performance of the players. That's the first thing first. If you have the money for the good coaching, players can get better, players get paid more, they can focus, they don't have to get like a part-time job, or a lot of people have full-time jobs too. So how do you pretend that the guy is gonna push the limits and raise the standards each and every year if he gets more work at home or more work with his family? It's just too hard, and that's why people like me that's blessed to be able to focus and maybe have like very little jobs on the side just to make extra money can actually push the bar. But other guys just get stuck at that level, and the imports are only in limited amount. So at some point either you rely on the performance of the professionals to really make everything exciting, otherwise it's going to be a little bit too stagnant for the people to actually come close to the game, because it's already a slow game. If we don't make really crazy highlights in those 4 seconds that the plays develops, it just you need spectacular moves.
Are you excited about football flag football being in the Olympics in 2028 in Los Angeles?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Most
be
definitely.
it's gonna be
Most
amazing.
definitely.
Are you trying to make the Italy 2028 team, and what would it mean for you to be able to participate into the Olympics in 2028?
I'll definitely make that team.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. I'll just try to get there in the
There's
best.
no trying to like.
There's no trying, brother.
Okay.
It's gonna be the craziest shape. I'm, gods of football bless me with a healthy body. I'm just gonna be there at the craziest shape ever. And once we get there, it's like football. You can literally play with everybody. So if we show up with a good team that's prepared, I can't wait, because it's literally everybody's beatable. People think some people is unstoppable. No, like football, you can actually play with everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Yeah, ain't no trying about that.
Yeah.
That team, that's the goal right there. That's what I want to do as he does, and conscious of all the people that plays flag football wants to make that team right now. But it's gonna be definitely a dogfight. But honestly, I can't wait for it. I can't wait.
Do you think there is an advantage for players that play flag football, or do you think since the tackle football is so much more developed, the players are gonna translate easily? Well, it's easier for you to, because you already played flag football, of course. You've been to the World Games in the United States and everything. But yeah,
Well, as of right now in Italy, there is a clear path forming of tackle football and flag football, and the movement has started, to grow exponentially. So I believe that at a certain point, somebody will have to make a choice, either one thing or the other. Right now it's 2025. There is still more time, but I'm telling you that personally, I don't know how long I will be keep doing playing both sports. I believe that it's gonna come a time that I will have to say, okay, now I focus on this rather than that, just because the Olympics is no joke. I'm not saying that nothing else is not, but the Olympics is the dream of every athlete. That's how it should be, at least, and it is for me. So that require a lot of sacrifice as well.
I definitely believe that by being a good football player, especially at our positions, if you play receiver or DB, then it's very easy to transition into it, because it's really made for us. I think if you're a good tackle player, you can really adjust easily, because it's just like an easier version of what we're supposed to do. Even reading, you're only reading basically 2-3 people. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, while in our case, it's always 4 or 5 or whatever. So that definitely helps. Also, the fact that we can catch the ball without getting hit, worry about contact is a huge help, especially at receiver. So I would say you do have the advantage, but at the same time, I respect a lot people that focus on flag football, because sometimes you just develop certain moves that are strictly for flag, and if you master those, they're incredibly useful in after catch, and most of the tackle people is not able to really catch up real quick.
Yeah, who's the best team in Europe?
Whoa.
Well, if you want to go with your team, it's fair.
Yeah, I gotta say Hamburg Sea Devils, man. Let's go. We represent,
Yes, sir.
I would say it's gonna be Rheinfire.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Rheinfire won the last 2 championships.
Yeah.
I guess it's fair.
Yeah.
But you're saying you're keeping, we all know a lot of people moved, so.
Yeah, but I also moved over there,
Of
so
course.
that's gonna be something to watch.
Yeah. When will it be that you leave the Rhinos Milano to go and start training with the teams of the ELF?
April 7th for me.
April 11th.
Okay.
That's my birthday, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
What is your personal goal for the upcoming season of the ELF?
Well, for me, is being the best version of myself that I can be. I want to be super competitive, and I'm pointing to be the best European receivers out there. And there is nothing less that I could try to do.
Yeah, pretty much the same. Trying to have at least it's not even like a matter of numbers. I'm trying to obviously have a great production, get close to 1,000 yards, if possible, even go over that. We'll see about the targets and the system. But yeah, stay healthy, play every single game, and just that. If I'm healthy and I play every single game, I know I can go crazy. It's just a matter of being able to represent the best version of myself out there.
Of course. For Jordan going to Rheinfire, what made you pick that team? And also for Tan going to Hamburg Sea Devils, what made you pick that team?
I mean, from the get-go, obviously, I thought I was going to go back to Vienna. Everything was set up for me to go back there for the 4th year. Then they decided to move into a different direction a little bit later. And once Rheinfire found out, they contacted me already, because they were trying to recruit me for the 2 years previously. And at that point, I was like, okay, this is is the time to accept this offer. And I think it became at the perfect moment. I really like the way they recruited me and the way they run the club, because it's very professional. And I mean, I think they showed with the production in these last 2 years. And so I just couldn't say no to that environment and that culture.
Well, for me, I knew Coach Sean Fata from the past, because in 2022, whenever I was playing for New York Lions, he was coaching the Berry Nattlers, and I heard a lot of great things about him, and you know, we had a little chat in the past as well. So whenever we got in contact, you know, I pretty much knew that that was where I wanted to go. And of course, Hamburg to me looks like a great organization. They're very professional, and you know, they got one of the best fan base in Europe. And I believe that for me, that, you know, was going to be the best move to do.
All right, boys, we're done. Thank you so much for the interview, and best of luck with the rest of your
Appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.